I'm sorry to bring you one of the most despicable videos that I have seen in quite some time, and it involves a father and incest. Yes, we know that it happens in this country and other countries in this world, but not as often as we hope it does, but it does. And today, the story I'll bring you involves a father his daughter moved out to California with him, and a day or two later, she was crying out for help, asking her family to remove her from his household because the man who she is supposed to trust, the man who is supposed to look out for her, the man who is supposed to protect and provide that security, amongst other things for her, is the man that she started to fear most. And I don't know what goes through a father's mind in order for him to be able to do something like this to his own daughter. His own flesh and blood, his own seed that he planted in a woman who came out looking like him, resembling him, made in the image of. I don't know what goes through a man's mind in order for him to be able to do something like this, but it's despicable, it's disgusting, and it is the worst of the worst acts that we can actually speak on. And I'm going to give you my commentary on this. I know it may be hard for some of y'all to listen to this story because it's something that we do not like to speak about, but it's something that we need to bring to light because it happens to a lot of young girls. The person who is supposed to be the leader in their lives, that's supposed to hold their hands and guide them through life until they give them to another man who will then take over the role of leader and protector and provider, is the one that hurt her the most.
Only on Fox 11, a young woman's cry for help, a shocking arrest, and a family's fight for justice. Tonight, why her loved ones say they won't stop until her voice is heard.
Gina Silvas joining us now with more on this. Gina.
That's right. This is a very disturbing case involving allegations of sexual abuse and incest. The victim's family is seeking justice, and they're turning to the public for help, urging supporters to pressure the Ventura County District Attorney to take this case to trial.
Wait, why are they having to pressure anyone to do anything if it involves incest, if it involves abuse, if it involves death? Why do they have to pressure anyone to do anything about it? And this is one of the reasons why I cannot stand the justice system, which we all know the justice system needs to be broken down and then built all over again. We need to rebuild the justice system because there's certain laws that are not the best for this modern time that we are living in. You cannot govern people with laws that were created 50 years ago without changing the justice system. It just doesn't work.
She was just such a sweet, loving, kind person.
When Michaela Renee Settles turned 18, she moved from North Carolina to Moore Park, California to live with her biological father, Steven Vincent Chavez. 2 days later, her family says she called, terrified and asking for help.
It was just the fear in her voice, her crying. You know, I didn't need details. I knew something was wrong, and I sent him on the way.
Still in town, 𝗙𝘀𝗵𝗲𝗍 says she rushed to Chavez's home, desperate to find out what was wrong with her daughter. When she saw her, it broke her heart.
Wow, so you mean to tell me that the mother hadn't even left town yet? I guess the mother went with her daughter to California to drop her daughter off at the father's home, and she hadn't even left town yet. And the daughter was calling her for help already. That should have already told everyone that it is time to get her out of there. She is not staying with this man. I don't give a damn if that is her father. She's not staying with him. So now I'm curious as to why she remained in the house. Because if the mother was able to see her and she looked terrible already, why was she allowed to stay there? Why did she stay there? Why did the mother not remove her from that state alone? She would never see that father again. But then again, where's the men in the mother's life, like brothers, father, grandfather, other kids, son? Where's the other men that would have helped get this young lady, get this young girl out of this man's home and from his clutches?
She's just like, she's barely walking. Like she can't, she's just, you know, And so finally, like, my brother literally, like, just picks her up, like, he hugs her.
Michaela was taken to a hospital and a rape kit was performed. According to the family, the results came back positive for Steven Vincent Chavez's DNA.
Wow, you have got to be kidding me. You are a disgusting, despicable. There's no way this man is not locked up right now. There's no way somebody is not doing something to him in prison right now, because it's pissing me off. I'm just now seeing this story, and it's pissing me off. This is actually a new story I'm bringing to you. This isn't old. It's not a year old. It's not a month old, I don't believe. It was just posted. So this disgusting human being right here could do this to his own daughter on the first day that she comes to live with you. You are the... Why is he not locked up? Why is the mother having to pressure anyone to press charges against this man when a kit was done and his semen was found in his own daughter? And you mean to, what, he accidentally awed his daughter? That's what it is, right? Oh, it was an accident? And again, this is only in California. California is one of the worst states, I swear, because of the people who are governing that state. They're disgusting over there. They're disgusting. California allows so much crime. They allow shit like this to happen without anyone pressing charges, without the state pressing charges, without anyone going to prison, going to jail. Look up California if you don't believe me, and the people who govern California. They have this same mentality as this man has. Trust and believe.
He was arrested that same night, charged with incest, taking advantage of a position of trust, and providing alcohol to a minor.
What? He even you have got to be kidding. I'm sorry to keep stopping this, but this is just heartbreaking. This is just crazy. For a father to do this to his own daughter. It sounds like he got her drunk and then took advantage of his own daughter who trusted him. Not to mention just him giving her alcohol is the worst of the worst. She should have known then, like, why is my father giving me alcohol and I'm only 18, I just turned 18? Or was she 19 at the time? Either way, he is a despicable human being for doing this to the person who trusted him.
Her cousin Crystal Sandoval was in shock.
I was screaming, I was crying. I just kept thinking, why would he do that to her? Why would he do that to her? I knew that this wasn't something that she could come back from.
Crystal was right. 5 months later, Michaela died by suicide.
If I'm being 100% honest, it feels like I handed my daughter to the devil.
Catalina says this is what Chavez texted her the night Michaela was taken to the hospital. I'm never drinking liquor again. I don't want that blackout to happen again.
You aren't blacked out. Like, you're using that as an excuse.
Wow. Okay, so now I blacked out and I don't know what happened. Now I drank too much and I don't know what happened and I'm never drinking again. No, you're a despicable human being. And yes, you did hand your own daughter to a despicable human being, to the devil. You should have known exactly what type of man this was. You cannot tell me that characteristics of a man like this, that does shit like that, does not come out. He doesn't exuberate that type of trait. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure there were red flags. That's another thing. We always seem to ignore red flags that are right in front of our faces. She should have known something was wrong with this man, especially if you were either married or dated this man, because you obviously had kids by him. Something is wrong and you should have known this. Then for him to say, I'm never drinking again because I don't ever want this blackout to happen. No, you should have got a black eye. Or 2 or 3. That's exactly what should have happened to your ass. And I can't believe they let him out, because for them to arrest him means that they had cause. They knew that he was a despicable human being. And I know she blames herself, and I can see why this young lady took her own life. If you are one of those people that's grappling, fighting, struggling with self-deletion, and you want to do something to yourself, you have people who are willing to talk to you. You have people who are willing to listen to you, most of all. So hit those hotlines up. You can even leave a comment in this video right here. Either way, you have people who will listen to you, who will try to help you through those hard times, through those dark times. Because for a father to do something to her own daughter, I can see exactly why she couldn't live with herself anymore. They say she was unable to walk. That is crazy that a man Let's carry on.
The family says there's another devastating blow. They say the Ventura County DA's office has told them the case against Chavez may not go to trial because Michaela is no longer alive to testify.
What?
The DA was basically essentially saying, we don't know if we have a case because she's no longer here. And when she told me that, I immediately said, no, we're not gonna let that slide.
Exactly. You have clear evidence that this man did that to his own daughter. You have clear evidence. So what else do you need? Honestly, what else do you need? Are they going to say she was of age? It doesn't matter. That's his daughter. That is his daughter. Not to mention his daughter said that he did her. So again, that's his own daughter, and it was not consenting. So why are y'all not pressing charges? Even though she is no longer with us, why are y'all not pressing charges? This man should be thrown under the jail. Not to mention, he won't survive in prison for long. Trust and believe.
Think about the worst thing a father could do to his daughter.
Determined to get justice, Crystal took to social media. Her videos went viral, and now hundreds are promising to show up to Chavez's next court hearing scheduled April 21st in Ventura County.
That is this month.
Her sunshine away.
So this is fresh.
And just kind of broke her soul.
That's exactly what he did.
The Ventura County District Attorney's Office issued the following statement. We have seen the posts online and want to let the public know that our sexual assault unit continues to prosecute the defendant for this extremely serious crime. This case has been filed since July 2025, when the evidence supported the filing of felony charges. As with any case, prosecutors filed charges based on the evidence. Now, despite that statement you just read, there is no guarantee that the case will go to trial, and since the family has already been told that's a possibility, they are very upset about that and they're concerned.
Are you kidding me? I'm upset about it, and I'm not even in California. I don't even know this family, and I did not know this young girl who took her life because of this despicable, disgusting, the most worst of the worst human beings. And you mean to tell me this man is walking around right now a free man? Not to mention, I'm pretty sure he's not working at the same job anymore. They probably fired him. His neighborhood, his neighbors, they're probably looking at him in disgust. Not even probably. We know they're looking at him in disgust, because imagine a man like this in front of you, a man that you know did something like this to his own daughter right in front of your face. How would you look at him? If you would look at him without disgust, if you would look at him without wanting to do something to him. Because I promise you, if he gets locked up, and I hope he has money for a really good lawyer, because my man, if you get locked up, trust and believe, after those prisoners find out and hear about what you did to your own daughter, all I can say is you're about to join her in the afterlife. Until next time. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.